Okay, we have been directed to
Who directed you? It's just a simple question.
Yeah, Calgary Tribe.
Who? Like, was it all of count?
Who?
Can somebody please tell me? Who? Was it all of, that's all I want to know. I'll leave, but I'd like to know. Was it all of council? Was it Cindy? Who was it?
I don't need to tell you who. I'm asking you to leave. Step outside.
I'd like these ladies to be witness.
So,
Okay.
Gary, we talked before on the phone. I'm Steve Hannaford.
Okay.
I just want to talk and give you privacy outside. This is rolling for your safety, okay?
Okay.
So if we can talk outside, you've got a witness right here.
So, just so you two know, I've talked to Tribe's lawyer about this situation, and I said, let's take it to court, and they dropped it.
Okay, well, we're not here to debate.
So, what do you guys want to talk to me about then?
You're not welcome here because there's a certain protocol that you were supposed to follow, and
No, there's not. They dropped everything. I speak with the...
Let me talk. I have been told you haven't followed the protocol. You need to be here. So you need to leave.
What protocol is that?
The Couch and Tribes protocol. So we can make this very easy.
What is the protocol? Just please tell me.
You were supposed to contact legals.
About what?
The BCR, when they said you had to check in before attending cultural events.
That's all been dropped. I talked to their lawyer and they dropped everything. I speak with the office all the time now. I go to the office in person. Okay. I was there in October to sign.
This is not about the office. This is community.
The office is community event, and I am community.
Okay. We have been directed to
Who directed you? It's just a simple question.
Yeah, Calgary Tribe.
Who? Like, was it all of count?
Who?
Can somebody please tell me? Who? Was it all of, that's all I want to know. I'll leave, but I'd like to know. Was it all of council? Was it Cindy? Who was it?
I don't need to tell you who. I'm asking you to leave.
Really?
So they're allowed to say somebody's not welcome, and then at that point they're trespassing and they have to leave when asked. So you've been asked.
So you want a community member?
Pardon?
My respected elder, I'd just like you to please see this. I'm here attending this, and they're telling me to leave. They're saying I'm not welcome, and they're not providing reason or rationale.
This is the RCMP protocol. This is Couch and Tribes protocol.
Why are you talking to me then?
Because I'm the supervisor in charge of Indigenous policing.
And who told you to do that?
I don't need to tell you who told me.
You are being asked by a Couch and Tribes member.
I don't need to answer. I don't need to answer that question. So
okay, I'll put all this on YouTube then. Sorry for my respected elder. Thank you for listening to this and seeing exactly what they're doing. This is because Cindy's trying to silence me. My name is Gary. Please contact me. I'd like to tell you all about this.
Okay, so Constable Panafik's gonna escort you off.
Inside a community, Buildinga's simple question sparks an unexpected confrontation. A man asks who ordered his removal, nothing more. Instead of an answer, officers step in and ask him to leave, claiming privacy. While he keeps witnesses close, he records as they explain he's no longer welcome, citing a vague protocol no one can clearly define. He pushes back, calmly explaining the issue was already dropped by legal weeks ago, that he's a community member and that nothing restricts him from being there. Still, no names are given, no authority identified, just repetition and pressure. Then the tone shifts. Without explanation, the situation turns into an attempt to trespass him. One question, no clear answers, and a reminder of how quickly accountability disappears when authority goes unexplained.
Sure.
If you want some more info from that kind of stuff,
Nope.
you can always do a freedom of
Nope.
information request, right?
Nope. This has all been sorted out. You're not listening to me. This is how they treat us tribes members, buddy. I told you. I spoke with a lawyer, and they dropped everything. I've been going to the office. I've been going to all of our events.
Okay.
This is a one-off.
Okay.
I
hear you, but somebody who has the authority to tell anyone that they're not welcome in an event directed the RCMP to ask you to leave.
And who is that person?
So we aren't allowed to just give out names. So I can tell you the person with authority. Like if you did an FOI, they won't give people certain names. There's legal channels you
who
go
is
through
the
to try to
person
get
of
that.
authority?
I can't tell you at night. I'm just a cop.
So
Right.
then who can tell me?
You can go through the FOI channels and ask for that information. The people who are in the know of who is allowed to share information and what information is allowed to be shared, they make that decision. We can't just toss out people's names. That would be like, I don't go around and tell people your name about stuff if you and I have talked, and I have to keep that privacy. So what I would say is someone with the authority to do so from Cowichan Tribes.
Nobody has the authority to speak or boot anybody out of a meeting. That's the law. They signed the law that.
So Cowichan Tribes property, which makes it private property, just like any other center can refuse someone being there, and then it becomes trespassing. So I'm just explaining it, right? So Gary, I'm just a cop that's been directed. Right?
All right. Well, I'll show all this to the public. You'll
That's
be
totally fair, right? And that's your right.
All right. Well, I'll show them exactly what the RCMP is doing, booting a community member out of a building with no proof of who's doing it or who's saying so, or any reason, rationale to do so. I challenge Cowichan Tribe's lawyer, which I've told you now 3 times, I challenged them to take this to court, and they dropped everything. They allow me to go to the band office. They allow me to call the office. I've been speaking with Alistair a lot. And so now...
Inside a community gathering, a simple question triggers a sudden escalation. The man doesn't refuse to leave you, just asks who gave the order. No name is offered, no explanation given. Officers repeat that he's not welcome citing authority. They want identify and protocols they want clearly explained. He keeps his voice calm, calling witnesses, reminding them he's a community member who regularly attends events and was never restricted from being there. Still, answer never comes. Instead, the tone shifts. What began as a question becomes a removal, then a threat of trespass. The camera keeps rolling as accountability fades behind vague authority and closed doors. One request for transparency exposes a deeper issue, and power can't be questioned. Silence becomes the goal.
I'm telling you this and you're ignoring it.
It's not that I'm ignoring it. It's somebody with the authority to eject anyone for a one-time purpose has directed us.
And
to
what is the one-time purpose?
It'd be like any story if somebody says they're not welcome. It's not like you're...
But what did I do? What did I do that was unwelcome?
So we were told there's a process to go. There's my understanding, right? It's not what I've been told now, is that they at one point had a BCR band council resolution about if you want to attend cultural events, there's a process to go through.
And did you investigate that and to see what the status is?
No, that's not my job.
You didn't investigate. You just got told that there's a BCR in place.
If I show up at your property and you say, also panic, if that guy's trespassing, remove him. I will not investigate you. I will just listen to you and remove a person if you...
But when there's legal documentation that they're claiming...
So what you need to do is, if you think you've been wronged, is get your lawyer to pursue legal channels.
Right.
We don't deal with... I don't review legal documents. I'm not a lawyer. I listen to the people with the authority.
But you enforce
to tell
them.
me something. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This one begins with the man standing on a public sidewalk near a busy roadway. He has been there for hours, resting on a patch of public space he uses regularly. A woman nearby records everything on her phone. She is not an officer. She is a witness watching the whole situation unfold and making sure the man has someone on his side while the police approach. The officers walk toward them, and the lead officer immediately tries to take control of the encounter. He claims the man is trespassing and insists he must leave because he does not have written permission to be on the property. From the start, the cop's tone is clipped and rehearsed. He repeats the same line every time the man speaks. Trespassing without written consent. But the man challenges him before the officer can build momentum. He asks the one question that matters: who owns this property? The bystander recording encourages him, confirming every detail on camera. And when she starts quoting the law, the entire investigation collapses in seconds. Watch the full video and see for yourself.
He's drunk. Well, John tells us that public property is owned by the cops now.
Oh,
Yeah, and we can't be here in 30 minutes. So give me an ultimatum. If I'm not let gone in 30 minutes.
do you mind if I take video of you, sweetheart? Okay. I just always want to make sure.
That is right down the road on public property. And the cops tell us that they own the public property.
What begins as a calm request for transparency quickly turns into a lesson on how authority is enforced without explanation. A community member is removed from a building not for what he did, but because someone unnamed supposedly said so. No proof, no rationale, just orders passed down and followed. Without question, he challenges it, respectfully explaining the legal issue was already dropped, that he's allowed there, that no investigation was done. The answer never changes. Latter, another scene echoes the same pattern. On a public sidewalk, a man is suddenly accused of trespassing despite clear law and witnesses on camera. The moment the right questions are asked, the justification falls apart. Two encounters one theme: when authority replaces accountability, knowing the law becomes the only defense.
They're trying to kick us off of at nighttime, but I've been here all day, and now it's camping at night.
And this is the only place for you guys to be.
Yeah, right here on this.
Yeah.
That's why you haven't written the ticket yet. That's where I will do it.
Yep.
But then the this week. The mayor told us to do everything to ride camping right here. So to sleep, not camping.
I know.
You have to prove you're camping to ride a ticket. I have no structure. I had sleep.
Well, they have to give 72 hours notice before taking property by law. So we're just here to, well, if they do, if they move him and they take that, then that violates that.
They're trying to lock me up there if I don't move my stuff. Because I'm standing my ground. I'm not moving, guys.
Well, I'm going to be here for a little bit.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
That's what you just don't tell. Already the cross right, man.
Oh, all of a sudden it looks like they're much less interested in being here.
They are. Because, you know, when God stands his ground.
It's interesting.
That's all. I'm not being aggressive. I just want to make sure you understand that what if I could just have one. I had my computer and you walked away from me. I was trying to show you that. I was trying to. I can't talk when you're talking. So when you're done, let me know and then I'll explain to you what I was trying to show you on the computer. Okay. So when I had my computer, I was trying to show you that you're trespassing without written express permission. Can I finish talking, please? Can I finish talking, please?
Can you answer the question?
Tell me who owns
Sir,
it.
could you answer his question? It's a reasonable
When I get
question.
done talking to him, I'll talk to you, okay? So I can't talk to two people at one time. So, no, I'm not saying that I own it. What I'm saying is, watch out for the car, man. So what I'm saying, I'm just telling you watch out for the car. I don't care if you stand in the street. But what I'm telling you is you don't have written permission from the person who owns this property to be here. Let me see the permission that you have to be here.
Who owns the sidewalk,
The
sir?
city does. The city takes care of all that. The city of Loveland. And do you have written? Do you have written permission? So for trespassing, whether it's public or if it's private or public. So read the ordinance.
Where's the written private?
I was showing you.
The city is using the trespassing to get around they
that's cool.
can't enforce the
I'm not-
encampment ban. This is how they're skirting around.
On a public sidewalk, the encounter begins like any other, but it quickly becomes a test of authority versus rights. Officers claim trespassing, insist on removal, but cannot name an owner or produce written permission. The man remains calm, citing law after law, the Fourth Amendment, due process, city ordinances, even disability codes. Every citation weakens the claim. Questions are asked. Cameras roll. Sudden light urgency from officers fades across these clips. Whether a community building or a public street, the pattern is clear. Authority without clear legal justification collapses under scrutiny. Rights exist before an officer speaks and remain after the encounter ends. Recording, asking questions, and knowing the law instantly shifts the power, exposing where procedure fails and accountability begins.
On the law illegally in violation of the Fourth Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 8th Amendment, the Colorado State Constitution, International Code, city ordinances, and disability code as well. I'm not leaving, sweetheart. Oh, this is what happens when you cite the law. All of a sudden, they can't do it anymore.